Alright guys, we got another install today. We're doing a spring upgrade and we're doing a steering wheel reinforcement, steering gearbox reinforcement by Metalcloak. So we've got that guy there, and then we got some heavy duty overlanding springs going underneath of it. I originally bought some already, but they weren't heavy enough, so we're going with heavier ones to handle everything we do. So anyway guys, I'm gonna get finish getting set up and we'll be back in a minute and show you how to change it all out. Thanks. Alright guys, we are gonna get started here. We got the jack up underneath. They're supporting the diff. We got to undo the sway bar, and we got to undo the shock on the other side, and then we'll drop it down and we'll get that spring up and out of there. So let's start with this and we'll get going. Alright guys, we're gonna get this part off here. Get you a pair of pliers to hold it the right way. Get 21 millimeter underneath here and get this one off. Shock is loose. Now we just got to finish getting the sway bar loose. Alright, sway bar's loose. Now we'll go around to the other side and set up and get it apart. Alright guys, same as the other side. We're going to get these two bolts out real quick. Get them out. Get this one off. Get that out of the way. Alright, now we can lower down the diff here and we'll sneak the springs out of there. We're going to have to take the wheels off. We can't quite get enough ground clearance. So, alright, I'm going to get these wheels off real quick and I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, we got the wheel off, and then we also loosened that up, and now the spring comes right up. So we'll get this out of there, maybe. Alright, and then in the instructions they tell you to move this from this spring to that spring. We'll jack this side up and reconnect the shock so that it hangs good, and then we'll rejoin you guys on the other side. As you can see, we got the other side ready to go. So we're going to lower the jack down, get this guy out of here, get those quieting things on. Now we'll just jack it back up, start putting her back together. And one thing to note when you go back together with this, there's an Allen set screw in there so you can get this tight, because if you don't, it will make popping noises. It's horrible. If you do this and you do get a popping noise, that's where it's coming from. If you don't get it tight enough, they will pop. Just FYI. And one of the things I undid was this little brace there. It gives you a little more slack in your line so that you can get that all easily. Gives you a little more room as you'll probably need it. In case anyone wants to know, this is called a sumo spring. It's an overload bump stop. Acts like a secondary spring when you come down and hit your bump stop. Much smoother ride, especially if you bottom out. It yeah, makes a huge difference. I love them. Same as the other side, only on this side we have to put that back on. It has one of those flag nuts on the back of it, so okay, shock's back on, that's back on. So we got the shock back on, bolted back up. We got the sway bar in link back on. Like I said, Torx nut. Get you down good and tight. We got that back on good. Brake lines are back in place. All the little clips are back where they belong. So I think we're ready to put the wheel back on this one and move on to project number 2. So be right back, guys. Okay guys, we're just gonna take this little thing for a quick spin around the block here in the neighborhood and make sure it doesn't pop, bang, or make any weird noises, because we had it apart and put it back together. And then once we're done with that, we'll go in the garage and we'll put the sector shaft brace on the front steering gearbox. But yeah, be right back. We are now doing the steering gearbox brace. So we're going to get started on that. Disassemble the few things we got to disassemble. Drill a couple holes. Put these bolts in. Easy peasy. We'll get it done. I'm not going to cut it out during the impact tool session because my editor says leave it in. He knows how to deal with it. So anyway guys, let's get started. Alright, first things first, we got to take off the track bar. Alright, that is down out of the way. Now we get this 42mm nut here. Okay. Wow. That was impressive. We have a couple little prep things we need to do here. And I'm going to be referring back and forth to the instructions. Just, you know, we need to be safe. Don't want to screw this up. So it looks like we install the impregnated oil bushing, as they call it. I'll show you. That's this little guy here. That is impregnated with oil. We on the bracket here, you'll see there's that side, and then there's this side. This is the side with the drilled out holes that faces down. So they want the bushing in from the back side. So, and just goes right in. Not really hard at all. And then we get this right up there. And then this is the new nut that goes on there. Nice big old beefy Metalcloak nut. Now comes the really, really fun part. Laying on your back, drilling up. Let me tell you how good that's going to be. That is going to let hot metal shavings fall right down on me. We're going to go start with a 3/8 bit. And then we'll just gradually work our way up with the step bit from there. Because we have to drill a hole big enough to fit this nutsert in the cross beam up there. Time to switch over to the step bit. And in case nobody ever heard of a step bit, I'm sure you all have, but this is a step bit. Has all your sizes marked down the inside there, and we're drilling out to 11/16, that rib right there. We're going to install nutserts in the holes we just drilled. And that is done with this nifty little tool that Metalcloak gives you. Nifty, it's a bolt with another bolt that slides, lets you go up in there, and this squishes down and spreads out and can't be pulled out. So anyway, that's our next step. So to get those up in there, we spray painted the holes so that we avoid rust. I like to use Rust-Oleum rust reformer. Kill it before it even starts. Guys, we're back, and we got our rib nut tool situation a little bit sorted. It was being, you know, moody, didn't want to cooperate. So we added a couple washers to it. Shouldn't be an issue now.
guys, we're back. Sorry about that interlude. I messed up one of the little nuts, but it came with a spare, so I popped it all apart, fixed it, put it back together, and now I'm back where we were, tightening up the Allen.
but you don't understand. I won't be here when you wake up again. You want an honest man, but you don't understand. I won't be here when you wake up again. You want an honest man, but you don't understand. I won't be here when you wake up again. You want an honest man.
Okay guys, we got her all back together. We got her all done, buttoned up. That's a wrap for this one. Stay tuned.
because we got something fun coming for the next one. We had somebody ask us to do a review, and I've actually been interested in their product, so I think I'm going to go ahead and install it and see what I think of it. All right, guys, stay good, and we'll see you on the next one. And like I always say, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll comment back. So, right on, guys. Have a good one.